think the city's water story is one that is of great importance because it's a unifying factor. It's something that affects all of us, and the educational components of learning about water and how we interact with water and how we can become better stewards of it. I think it opens up many avenues for integration within schools and also for the community as a whole to engage it in interesting ways.
Water supports our lives, so I think it's important for us in our programming to support ways for people to feel connected to this amazing resource that we have here in Milwaukee, being right here on the shores of Lake Michigan. And Watermarks is a public art initiative by the artist Mary Miss that invites artists, scientists, and residents to explore their connections to the land, the rivers, and the lake here in Milwaukee.
This project is unique because it's not happening at the Art Museum. We are working with the idea of kind of curating the city is one way that someone said it to me once, and I thought that was really beautiful, thinking about what are the assets in our community and getting artists and scientists together with community partners to create public works of art that really speak to issues that are important to all of us, in this case, water and the importance that it has in our lives.
The United Community Center on the south side is one of our core partners for the Watermarks project. There's several components to this initiative. There's a series of physical vertical markers that will call out points of interest that relate to water in Milwaukee. And UCC's new middle school, the Augusta Middle School, will be the site of the first Watermarks marker. So they have also been the focus of our first cycle of neighborhood walks and workshops that help people understand some of the issues that are relevant in that area.
The Hagerty has connections that we never imagined having. And so they've introduced us to artists, they've introduced us to scientists. These people have come to our classrooms, they've worked with us on these walks when we've gone around the neighborhood and shared information with us that many of us, I've been in Milwaukee 30 years and there's things I never knew. And so when I say we're learning, it's we are really learning. And so as a result of this, we have found that the kids are actually having more conversations and learning more personal things about their parents, and their parents are getting more involved in their education. And this Watermarks has really brought them all together to have this conversation about something we all have in common.
On our culminating event, which was the end event, talking about those 3 full walks, we had, oh my gosh, around 20 to 30 students participating, and they were all really excited and engaged to be there. And then at the end, after talking about it, we were able to pick the letter that's going to go in the installation right next to us, UCC Augusta.
The overwhelming winner was the letter A. A stands for Augusta, the name of the school, but it also stands for agua. A is also for art. A is also the highest grade that a student can receive in school, and thinking about excellence and pushing yourself to be the best you can be, and they are really pioneers at this school.
We're partnering up with Watermarks, and it's very important because we want everyone to know in this neighborhood to know about Watermarks and what's going on with our water, and want to know just where our water is coming from.
One of the things that I think has been most successful and most interesting to me is the collaboration that I've seen happen throughout the Watermarks project. And that's been getting a chance to work with the staff of the Hagerty and Marquette University, along with the School of Water Science, and just seeing their level of engagement and enthusiasm for the idea of getting this Watermark project off the ground and getting the first marker installed, but at the same time engaging the youth with some very vital and important information. So that sense of community building through a common goal, it's been something that I'm very excited about, and I hope to continue.
I think the most important result from this has just been the relationships that we've made, both with our partners and the participants, but really on a bigger level. I mean, the overarching goal, I think, is really for people to make connections to their neighborhood and to the land and the resources that support our lives and make them possible.
I love that this program is causing us to rethink what art museums, and especially academic art museums, can and should be. I've always been interested in being not on the bleeding edge, but on the leading edge. In the past 5 years, how many changes have there been in our culture? And the role that museums play is changing as well, and I'm excited that we are able to be on the forefront of that thinking right here in Milwaukee.